Well, good morning, everybody. It's always good to see your happy, smiling faces. I realize it might be early for some, but you're here, and we're glad for that. All right. Today we have a lot of good stuff to talk about. We're going to start off passing it off to Ryan Mumford to talk about a couple promos that we have going on this month. Ryan?
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dale. So I just wanted to remind everybody quickly of the promos that we have running right now in the month of February. So first, 500 Club starts off right now. So for February, March, and April, enroll 10 new distributors on 200 PV or more, and you will qualify to or re-qualify for the 500 Club, as many of you have been qualifying over the last few months. And also, we have several packs available right now, premium packs, special packs at 200 volume, packs that include Arrow, that all qualify you for a bonus $20 payout. And that bonus $20 payout pays out weekly, and you don't have to enroll someone to have this qualify. They can be an existing enrollment that just purchases this pack. That $20 special fast start bonus will pay out to the enroller of that person. So to make sure it gets in. And then I just wanted to add in something that I think is a fun reminder for everybody. If you are not subscribed to the ACTIVZ official YouTube channel, I think all of you should go in and subscribe and follow the official ACTIVZ YouTube channel. So we literally have hundreds of videos on there. And for instance, I'm just sharing a link in the chat. That link is one of our esteemed advisory board members who happens to be on the call today, retired Vice Admiral Matt Winter. This is a video of him of a call to action that happened to be posted yesterday into our official YouTube channel. And I think everybody should watch this video and see some of the amazing things that our advisory board members have to share with us. It's a great video for everybody to watch, and everybody should subscribe and click on notifications so they can see when new videos land. It's also a great way to tap in members of your team. Sometimes people need to know that there are other people that use these products, right? They know you use these products, but sometimes it helps to have outside validation to see that there are hundreds of videos of people all over the world that are raving about these products. And some of the videos are in Spanish or Japanese or English. So maybe this video doesn't apply to everybody, but as they scroll through the list and they just see video after video of testimonial and of before and afters of Arrow and all these amazing things happen, it means something. So try to use the official YouTube channel as part of your sales repertoire and what you're doing, and I think it could help. So anyhow, everybody watch this amazing video of our advisory board member and be sure to tune in. Anyhow, thank you, Dale.
Awesome. Thanks, Ryan. We actually have one more promo that I want to pass over to Angie to share with us, and she's also got a couple other points to discuss with us. Angie?
All right, thank you, Dale. Since we do have our special guest, retired Vice Admiral Matt Winter, I'd like to, in a minute, I'm gonna prep you, Matt, so that you can be thinking, but I think since we don't always get you on this call, I think it would be great to hear from you. So before we jump to Matt, let's go through our new promotion that we just launched today. If you guys have not subscribed to our Telegram channel, be sure to subscribe. So this is a great channel. It's a public channel now, so you can just search for ACTIVZ. I think it's called ACTIVZ USA on Telegram, and you can subscribe to our Telegram channel, and we are going to be sending out any promotions and the meetings. So this is a great way to stay up to date on information. So make sure that you subscribe, that your teams are aware of the channel, and let's get our subscriptions up so that we can be able to communicate effectively to our field. So for the promotion that we just launched today, drumroll, we wanted to do a Valentine's promotion. We are doing a pack that is one Optimend, one link, 2 Arrow and you get 2 free genomics. And the great thing about this pack is it goes along with the promotion that Ryan Mumford discussed earlier with the $20 enroller bonus. So this is a great pack to be able to get an Arrow for you to try, but you can also give an Arrow for someone else to try. It's $100 savings. And the great thing about this is our nutritional supplements, they work synergistically together. So if you think about Arrow, which is coming out in the US, it will be shipping, let's see, let me look at the calendar. So we're planning on shipping sometime late next week. But if you think about Arrow, Arrow is a weight loss and energy drink. And if you think about our other supplements, Link has a great benefit in aiding with weight loss. So if you take Link and Arrow, you have this great weight loss combination. But Arrow is also an energy drink. So if you take Arrow, it's great to help you with working out. Optimend is great for reducing the inflammation when you work out. And then Genomics is just an amazing product. Nerve2 activation also helps with reducing inflammation. So we have this great synergistic effect of taking all of our products together. So this pack is amazing. Again, 1 Optimend, 1 Link, 2 Arrows for the price of $200, 200 PV, and then you get 2 free genomics. So make sure you take advantage of this pack. It's only available from today until the 15th. So this is our ACTIVZ Love Kit. We launched this for Valentine's since we have Valentine's coming up this weekend, and we wanted to make sure we do something special for our team. So that is the promotion that we launched today. Also, what we have coming up this weekend is we have our active school in English. We have 2 amazing presenters. We have Noemi Garcia, who is an A13 that she'll be presenting on accountability, and then Claudina Brenneman or Claudina Cantillo. I don't know which last name they in our Hispanic markets. They have 2 last names. I don't know, Ryan, if you can tell me if it's Cantillo or Brenneman, but Claudina, A12, she is going to be our second presenter for our active schools. And then we're going to have a guest speaker that will be speaking as well. So Saturday, the February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day. So Saturday, February 13th at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. Be sure to get that on your calendar for Noemi Garcia, A13, and Claudina Brenneman, A12. They will be presenting at our active school. So this should be a great event. Everyone join in and participate in that. So those are my updates for today. And I'd love to turn some time over to a retired Vice Admiral Matt Winter and just give him a time to speak to everyone. So Matt, take it away.
Sure, Angie. Never met a crowd I didn't like to talk to. So, and I see right now we've got 26 participants on. So it's a great, great center of mass here. The videos that Ryan mentioned, I talked with David. David asked to see if I could do something more on a periodic basis. So I came up with Winter's Burst. All right. Now, once a month, right? The first week of the month, a 2-minute quick inspirational, motivational, at least from my perspective, and I solicit your feedback. Don't go easy on me either. And looking at the way we can help inspire, motivate, not only yourselves, but your teams, new recruits, as I call them, new customers, opportunity for them to see themselves, right, in this company, not just as something that's a hanging chat or a participle, but truly integrated into this company as a team member. So you'll get those, and I like that, Ryan, that they'll be up on the YouTube site versus you have to hunt and peck for them, because then you can sit back as you go forward with your building your team and your plan throughout the year. You can reach back to the individuals, and there's lots of other great videos, great learning discussions and so forth, not just these bursts, but you'll be able to hunt, be able to take those for the particular individual. And I talk about financial, mental, physical, spiritual cadence. And the first one was more along the lines of financial and are we still tracking to our goals? Remember, I said I don't like resolutions because it sounds too stoic. But here we are, almost to Valentine's Day, which is always a good mark, right? To say, well, it's been 6 weeks. how are we doing with our new goals for the year? So give that first winter burst a look, and feel free to email me directly or put comments there in the YouTube and I'll look at them, which you can do that once you're subscribed, and make sure that we continue to make that a product that's useful for everybody. From another area, and Angie, thank you. I want to tell folks that I've really started balancing my genomics, link, and Optimum usage. And this is usually, I'm not trying to make pun of my last name, but the winter's months are when the winter puts winter weight on. And a lot of us are maybe not as active in our just physical activities. But it's also, I found myself actually maintaining and starting to lose that winter weight. And I know it's a combination of my lifestyle that's augmented and supplemented and activated by the ACTIVZ products. So I'm not here to sell you. You wouldn't be on this call if you weren't already an advocate. But practice, right? Practice, practice, practice. The narrative, the engagement that inspires, that motivates, that provides objective insight to our products, but also the financial opportunities and challenges that our framework brings together. So I'm excited. I continue to be excited, a member of the board. I'm also a member of other boards of other companies, profit, nonprofit. And that the board members really, I call it, we're supposed to have our noses in and our fingers out, allowing the management team to execute. But as a team member and a family member, I feel, of ACTIVZ, I'm very encouraged by what I see, the outcomes, right? At the end of the day, it's the outcomes that all of you and your teams are generating. And it's not on autopilot. It's because of your day-to-day engagement. So you should look yourself in the mirror, pat yourself on the back, because you are making a difference, not only for you and your teams, but for the company as a whole and for all of our active members. So with that, I'll pass it back to Dale or Angie, and thanks for the opportunity to say a few words.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Matt. All right. Now, I've been in contact with Stu, trying to see if he's available. He said that he's been driving. He said that are you good to go, Stu? Awesome. He wants to share an awesome announcement regarding our future meetings. So Stu, I'll pass it over to you.
All right. Thanks, Dale. Thanks, Matt Winters, for the wonderful inspiration that you continue to provide all of us on this call and ACTIVZ, as well as very insightful information, goals, things that sometimes we ourselves not thinking of. And so you put things into perspective. So really appreciate that. And it's based, and it's what you told us right there, that we decided as a corporate team here at ACTIVZ that we wanted to revisit our weekly call schedule here in the US. We know we've been doing it 3 times a week, probably for the past 6 to 8 months, ever since this COVID-19 virus, pandemic came upon us. We figured it was a way that we could connect with you, connect teams together, to make it where there was a platform that you could invite your team members or anyone in the organizations, newcomers, people who were interested in the business, to come together to learn about our company from a product standpoint, from a opportunity standpoint, and then also to hear and meet some of our advisory board members, both scientific advisory board members, corporate team members. And after a couple months, we've decided that what we wanted to do is empower you as leaders and you as teams to work within yourselves, to put personal goals that is more relevant to the people that you're working with, instead of taking time away from you and your teams to come and jump on calls that sometimes may not always be the most effective or streamlined process. Therefore, starting immediately, basically from this month forward, we're just going to be doing calls once a week. And we decided we try to avoid the weekends. The weekly calls on Fridays is tough for a lot of people involved, especially those with kids, those with, other work issues or things like that, that Friday was the hardest. And so we decided that Tuesdays would be our ACTIVZ weekly US calls that will be going, that will be ongoing and going forward. Therefore, this is how the schedule will set up. Every first Tuesday of the month, we'll do product testimonial calls. We'll invite people to share their experiences about the products, and everyone can invite those within their organizations to hear and listen to these inspiring stories. The second Tuesday of every month will be our newcomers call. We just had one yesterday. David and Angie was on that call welcoming our newcomers. They're there to welcome not only our newcomers, but all those who enrolled in ACTIVZ. So yourselves who are on this call, anyone are welcome to the call. In fact, we encourage everyone, leaders alike, to participate on this, because newcomers would love to hear from our leaders as well, not just from the bald guy David speaking all the time. People definitely want to hear people that's in the trenches with them, and their firsthand experiences of ACTIVZ. So we invite everyone, even though it's a newcomer call, to join the call, because just like last night, Angie sometimes breaks down how to log into back offices, how to use the app to the best of your abilities. And so it's definitely good training as well. The third Tuesday of every month, we will have our opportunity call. So it'll be maybe a little bit longer than 15 minutes. Sometimes it runs up to 30 minutes, but it basically breaks down the opportunity, ACTIVZ opportunities, from the compensation plans to the products, talks about the company. So it's a little bit more in-depth presentation that is given by one of our FAB members or some of our leaders. And it's definitely insightful, because even though sometimes the PowerPoint may be the same, the personality of the presenter definitely changes dynamics of the presentation and adds different insights and perspectives to the business, not just in ACTIVZ, but within direct selling and network marketing. So we encourage you as a leader and your groups, that if you wanted to learn or hear someone else's presentation and how it's done, the third Tuesday of every month will be about the opportunity. And finally, the fourth Tuesday of every month, we'll have our medical forum. That will have people from our scientific advisory board, people who are very knowledgeable on our products, that will give a deep dive into the science and effectiveness of our products. So those are the four calls that we'll be doing a week, just once a week. What we wanted to do is streamline our calls. We want to make it more efficient, where we could get more people to it, but at the same time, we wanted to give you as leaders more time to be with your group, to set your own goals, to work within your teams, but also at least once a week, provide you with a platform that you could send people to if they wanted to hear different perspectives about certain aspects of the business and about the company. And then finally, the third Saturday of every month, we'll then go to our ACTIVZ schools. So we designated Tuesday of every month to be our US ACTIVZ weekly call, and then the third Saturday, our ACTIVZ school. Hopefully that's easier to remember. It doesn't put such a burden on people saying, oh, I have to be on, or I have to be on, I have this many things. The last thing we want to do is have people do a meeting after a meeting after a meeting. So we keep hearing that people have like 6 Zoom calls a day. So when do you really have time to work is the question. What we wanted to do is limit that so you have the ability to work one-on-one with those that you want to. So with that being said, we'll start the third Saturday from next month to be the ACTIVZ school. We already designated this Saturday to be the ACTIVZ school that was already in motion. But starting next week, Tuesday, and every Tuesday after that, we'll start our weekly calls. And then the third Saturday in March, we will then have our ACTIVZ schools, if that makes sense. So I encourage everyone to participate, to join, to get people just to commit once a week, not 3 times anymore, just once a week to these calls. And Dale, Angie, David, everybody on our team loves to do giveaways. So hopefully we can get more people on a weekly basis on these calls. So every week we can give away things. Maybe, hey, it might be a trip to Hawaii to come see me because I'm so bored over here. You know, never know. I need a surfing partner. So we'll encourage you to do that. Work hard. Continue to use the resources that's available. I love what Ryan said. You know, our YouTube channel, our Facebook, whatever means necessary to learn more about the business. But more so, we want to hear from you guys. Just keep posting, especially now with Arrow coming out, you know, all the success and testimonials that we continue to hear. We'd love to continue to hear it. So use that to get the word out. Otherwise than that, that's the new weekly schedule. So time back to you, Dale.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Stu.
Oh,
And, you
by
know,
the
I've
way, I'm
actually
wearing this
what's that?
sweater because it's 68 degrees here in Hawaii. It's freezing. It's
You blessed
unbelievably
soul.
freezing. I have a long sleeve under this. Man, you guys won't believe how cold it is here, guys.
You better break out the thermal underwear too. That just sounds miserable.
That I don't have. I apologize for that.
All right, so everyone's aware, I've also posted on Telegram and WhatsApp a graphic that you can share amongst your teams. So take a look at that. You can share that. It's our graphics guys do fantastic work. I love the stuff that they do. Just a little plug for them. Make sure that you send them some love as well. To close out today, I wanted to turn some time over to Ryan Thompson to offer some thoughts. And I think that'll basically do it for our meeting today. Yeah. Ryan, to you.
Okay, Dale. Thank you. All right. Thanks everybody for sharing. It's great to see everyone. I haven't been on here for a couple of weeks now. I always have. Lately, I've had a conflict with this hour, but good morning, everybody. And it was very nice to hear the message from Matt Winter. Thank you, Matt, for being on and for the video that you did for us. I wanted to take a quick moment and talk a little bit about what's going on right now, just from a bit of a macro perspective. I think I shared this a couple of weeks ago at the end of last month. It was fun to look at the sales numbers and the growth that we had month over month, January over December, and the growth that we had in the United States, which was almost 30% growth January over December. I want to give everybody just a quick, and we don't, I don't make a habit of doing this at any granular level, but today, month over month in the US, we're up 48%, which is pretty incredible over last month, which was a real fantastic month for us. So let's keep up the great work. It's exciting to see these numbers and where they're tracking. It means that something good is happening. I want to share a quick anecdote with all of you as well. I was in a boot camp call yesterday evening, the last for the day, and we were going around, kind of passed the baton, and different members of the team were sharing goals and what they're and what's happening. And some of them remembered what the challenge was from the previous week, which was two things. One, don't wait to build your business till the end of the month, right? We see this kind of cropping up in some organizations. Some teams have a tendency to wait till the last 3 days or last 4 days or last 2 days, and they try and see where they're at, and then they try and go and contact the whole world. And I shared a week ago with everybody kind of what that does when we do an analysis and we look at the quality of enrollments. They tend to be lower quality if they're people that are kind of slammed in, and I hate to use to use that pejorative term, but slammed in at the end of the month. They have a low rate of reorder. They have a low rate of duplication and enrollment. And so we spent a lot of time talking about closing the month, starting at the beginning of the month. And this is specific for everybody, and I would assume that everybody on this call, since this is not an opportunity presentation, but just an update call and a discussion amongst active builders in the company, that this is something that everybody wants. And so we focus on that. And one of the things that you can do at the beginning of the month to really work as though you're closing the month is to go through your own database, right? That you have access to through your virtual office, and find everybody in there, right, that has a 0 by their name, right? Meaning they don't have an order for the month. Check to see if they had an order last month and start there. Obviously, contacting new people, inviting new people, filling the funnel is something that's important. There's a lot of people out there that are looking for what we have. There are a lot of leaders in the industry who right now, their companies are either closing their doors or they're contracting. I've been had the opportunity to interact a lot lately with other industry leaders from other companies that are just looking for a fresh start, and they really, really like the foundation of epigenetics that we have, and they've heard our story, they've looked at the products, and they've recognized the science, and that's attracting them here. So make sure that you find those. But let me go back to my anecdote and talking about going through and looking at people who haven't had an order. Start the month out doing that, right? Let them know, right, in the beginning of the month, you know, that there's a special promotion that the company's running, that there's a new metabolic activator that the company's just launched and will begin shipping this month here in the United States, and start planting those seeds, or I should say, start mining those fields, because there is a lot to say for existing people who've already said yes, and who maybe something has happened in their life where they've just simply changed courses, or they've gotten distracted from one thing or another. They've never shut the door on ACTIVZ, right? They've gotten distracted. And so yesterday evening in this boot camp call, a leader, a distributor by the name of Yolanda shared, she said, Ryan, I did exactly what we talked about last week. And over the course of the week, I have two people reactivated with the 200 PV pack, right? That we have the promotional pack that we launched this month with, where they earn an additional $20 on a reorder or on a new enrollment, but the 200 PV pack. And so it was fun to hear her share that. And then when she shared that, someone else shared an anecdote, and someone else did, and someone else did. So I kind of wanted to issue that challenge to everybody today, because, you know, like Matt Winter said, you know, the month is, you know, the year has just begun, but we are now almost at Valentine's Day, right? We're knocking on the middle of February, and it's not too late to really engage with your yearly goals. But make sure that you're reverse engineering that yearly goal in creating a system of monthly goals, weekly goals, and daily goals. I have been issuing a challenge at the beginning of this year that anybody who's not A12 yet should really write this down and figure out how to get to A12. And why A12? I say A12 because A12 has an annual income average. It's almost $8,000 a month is the annual average. Is the average that we see across everybody who's at that rank. That's about a six-figure income each year, right? About 100,000, 8,300, 8,333 exactly would be 100,000 a year. But that's a good number to shoot for, right? As far as passive residual income, that's a great number to shoot for. And then reverse engineering how you get there, right? And so I've been encouraging people, and I want to encourage all of you to even write that down so that you know the path to get there, right? Divide that A12 by 10 A10s, right? Somebody who has 10,000 in volume, because an A12 has 100,000 in volume each month. So that's 10 excuse me, I didn't mean A10s, I mean A6s, 10 A6s, right? 10 people who have 10,000 PV per month. What does it take to get an A6? That's 5 A2s. So write that down and look at it, and then identify who are these people, right? Who are these 10 people, right? Who you can then work with and help them find 5 A2s, because when you do that, and I realize that we do allow some stacking, right? And we don't require 10 legs, but think of it this way, so that you're really putting a name to that position, a name to that rank. And you can help to develop those people right now by helping identify those A2s, right? Someone who will find 5 people and enroll them, or get 5 people to enroll with a global immune pack. So writing that out and populating that schematic with names will help guide you into that goal as you reach the end of the year. And I think a lot of people are going to hit there. I'm feeling really good about 2021. I think a lot of people are going to get that A12 goal. I'm hearing a lot of people that have that. And of course, if you're an A10 or above, your site should be on something higher than an A12, A13, A14, A15, even A16. So just wanted to put that out there. And the last thing that I'll say is first of all, I was honored that Paige asked me to do a quick video for the training this last Saturday morning on the art of edification. And I love seeing these trainings. I love seeing these meetings. I am encouraged by this consolidation Tuesday evenings of all of our trainings. Let's promote the heck out of those and make that our system, right, of promotion, our promotional system to Tuesday evenings. I'm finding that I'm just going to go meander into all different kinds of rabbit trails here. So I'm going to wrap my thoughts up here and just say something that's been on my mind a lot lately with my 4 children is this issue of empowerment. My wife and I talk a lot about this. You know, how do we keep our kids from being exposed to this stuff, or keep them from being exposed to that stuff, or keep them from being exposed to this stuff? And I've noticed, and so does she, that the more we talk about that, the more paranoid we become about, you know, the fact that we brought 4 kids into this world that, you know, can be a pretty scary place. But then I get a lot of comfort from remembering that protecting them from that stuff isn't really the solution. And protecting ourselves from difficulties isn't the right solution. I'm a fan of someone who I imagine Matt Winter may know, David Goggins, and he talks about inoculating yourself, right, from pain and from fear and from danger by strengthening yourself. So, you know, my challenge to my kids, what I pray for a lot and what I work towards with them isn't avoidance, it's strength. And so I want to close with 2 quotes. One quote from someone who was sort of a guy that I looked up to my entire life, tried to model much of my early years after, and that was Bruce Lee. And he said, don't pray for an easy life. Do not pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. And that's kind of backed by something that Jim Rohn, another mentor from a different universe, said, don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills. Don't wish for less challenges, but for more wisdom. And so I want to close with that. I think that's how we inoculate ourselves. That's how we empower ourselves, right? If we're afraid of something, we start picking up the phone, we call that chicken list, right? We expose ourselves to something each and every day that we really don't want to do, and we force ourselves to do it. Over time, we will have this, we will live without fear, right? We'll work without fear, and we'll feel comfortable sharing what we have with everybody. I think that this is probably one of the biggest challenges that people face in the direct selling industry. And as you learn to become an entrepreneur and to be self-motivated, a self-starter, it's getting over those little fears, those little things that even occur at a subconscious level. So the tool that I want to share with you to overcome that is don't avoid challenges. Don't avoid difficulties. Face them head on, and even look for them. Even look for one thing every day that you're going to do that's going to challenge you. And I bet that getting to the end of the year, you will have overcome a lot of challenges, overcome a lot of even false beliefs, things that are holding you back, and your goals will come into view much more clearly. So that said, have a wonderful week. We'll see you all next week, same time, same place, and next Tuesday evening. And we just wish you all the success and the luck in the world. Thank you very much for jumping on today, Dale. Back to you.
Awesome. Before you go anywhere, we have our raffle. So Angie, if you will spin the wheel.
All right, here we go.
This for the trip to Hawaii with Stu.
Beatrice, wow.
And Matt, the military trumpets were for you.
What does Beatrice win?
Beatrice wins 60 reward points. So Beatrice, if you will put your ID number in the chat, then I will get those added to your account right now.
Oh my God,
That's
thank you so much.
cool. All right, Beatrice, round of applause. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
Dale.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Ryan.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Take care. Thanks, Angie. Thanks, Dale. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Everybody,
Have a
take
good
care.
one.
Bye, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye
Angie.
bye. Thank you.
Nice
Have
day.
a wonderful day. Thank you so
Have a
much.
great day. Take care.
Be blessed.
Stay. Bye-bye. Bless you.